Hi guys, it's so good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome to those who are new. Welcome to those returning. It's amazing to have you. If you haven't already, I would love it if the reading resonates, of course. But I would love it if you subscribed, liked, left a comment, reach out. I love to chit chat, Today we're going to look at like a spiritual journey. Where are we? What are we doing? Like what's happening? Let's see, I feel like tonight there is somebody who seems a little lost. They don't know the path that they want to take. Somebody is weighing out some decisions, weighing out the pros and cons. I see somebody really doing this, right? Where do I go? And I open it up to Tower and heartbreak. Do I stay in heartbreak? Do I make changes and watch my world fall apart, right? And that's kind of the energy that I'm in. It's almost like hopelessness. There's a lot of darkness and somebody is really looking for answers. They're looking for inspiration. Where do I go? How do I do this? What's my next step? This is like Ace of Wands energy. This is, really looking for that inspiration to create a new possibility. But again, we're heartbroken, right? So let's just see what's on your path. What's going on? What do we need to get into? Yeah, there's fear here. There's things that are not for your greatest and highest good with that Devil card, right? This is definitely, you're weighing a lot of things. Like, do I let go of everything that I'm comfortable in, even though I know it's not meant for me? Do I move forward quickly? Eight of Wands. There's momentum. There's things building in your life right now. This is definitely a situation where you need to act and you need to act quickly, Okay, so let's just see, where are you on this spiritual journey right now? Where are you? What's going on in your world? Where are you on your spiritual journey? So you have like eight of Pentacles. You're working. You're trying to master, finding your strength, finding your courage. You're trying to tame that beast inside. There's something about you really working on that right now. This is where you are right now in this moment. Really working at trying to find the strength, at trying to tame your inner beast right now, right? What is this? I'm going to pull one more. Yeah, because you're kind of just hanging there. You're like, if I look at it from a different perspective, maybe it'll change my mind on something, right? But it's, again, listen to your intuition, right? That's that third eye. There is a door. There is something open for you, but you have to learn to see it. Sometimes the divine, God, the universe, the angels doesn't speak to us in directly with words, right? Sometimes we have to listen to the divine nudges. So what lesson are you learning right now on your path? Okay. So you definitely are working on inner child. You're working on, this is definitely trying to find the joy, trying to find, the joy in the now, but there's inner child work that needs to happen. There's something from your past that we really need to work on. There's like, you need to invest in healing from the past. Healing, it has something to do with an inner child, right? Ooh, Ten of Swords. So there's definitely something from your past that you have kind of swept under the rug and have not visited. It's being advised that you invest, Seven of Pentacles, you invest in this healing the past, healing that inner child so that you can find more joy, right? This has been reflected to you. Your gut is screaming this at you. You know this. What else? What lesson or thing do you need to learn right now? Stability. You have the King of Pentacles, the muse of materials, right? You have a lot of fruit around you, right? You have a lot blossoming, you have a lot blooming, there's a lot of abundance, and sometimes we have to learn to see it. King of Pentacles is also about, you know, really having that power, really being grounded, really listening, you know, to that inner guidance, having the strength to move forward, right? Because it leads to a lot of abundance. It leads to a lot of growth, right? Anything else? Yeah. It's about overcoming the past, right? Rising, getting up when you've been knocked down. You know, we have all been through something in our life where, you know, there's feelings of betrayal, or somebody has lied, or, you know, you feel like you've hit rock bottom. But the thing is, you're rising above it. You're rising above this. You know, when you choose to listen to those divine nudges, when you choose to do the healing work and then really invest in what is holding you back, healing that, there is abundance, and there is abundance all around you. But we have to pick ourselves back up. Okay, so what's an obstacle right now? So your 5 of emotions, this is definitely, there's been loss. There's been coldness. You know, this is despair. This is like your emotions may get the best of you sometimes, because there has been loss, right? This 5 of Cups, this is definitely like you're feeling it. When we sit too much in these emotions, though, it is hard for us to pick ourselves up. Okay, so we have to acknowledge, we have to address, and we have to choose to heal, right? What else? What other obstacles? I know what this is. There's a lot of darkness around you. There's a lot of darkness around you. So much. My throat wants to close. You have a lot of darkness, but do you know what? You're the light in that darkness. God, the universe, the angels, source, oneness of all, spirit, whatever you believe, they're not letting that darkness touch you. You have to realize that, yes, sometimes the world is dark. Sometimes the places around us are dark. It's heavy. But when I'm looking at this, you were able to put up boundaries. This is not touching you. You are the light in the world right now. So it's time for you to shine. You know, here's the other side of this, is that, you know, you have been through loss. You've been through whatever this 10 of Swords is, you know, major betrayal, major deception, major loss, major lies, whatever, ruin, right? You hit rock bottom at some point, and you're still able to shine. Your story is going to help others. This is why your light never goes out. You have been through so much, yet you still choose to shine. Okay? Any other obstacles you want to talk about? Endings. So, endings. Endings are hard. Especially, you know, how am I going to word this? Things have to end in your life in order for new to come in. Things have to end in order for something better. So it's always this or something better. Well, when something ends, that means there is something better. Okay? Sometimes we keep people, places, and things trapped in our life, right? We keep them bound in our life. it's not for our greatest and highest good. When we release that, when we cut those cords, you know, you're now making room for what's meant to be there. Okay, yes, endings can be very painful, right? Obviously. But, you know, from those endings come new beginnings, new things, new blessings. We can't keep holding on to the things that are old and stagnant, right? We have to let them go. When they are no longer an energetic match for us, it is time for us to move down a new path that leads to abundance, a lot of, you know, harvest, a lot of reward, right? It's time. Things have to end so new things can come in. So how are we going to overcome these obstacles, right? How are we going to overcome these emotions? Well, the divine wants to pour into you, okay? So you have the Six of Pentacles here, okay? You have the Six of Pentacles. You know, I also get one, you know, this is divine generosity, but this is also you putting yourself into charity, you being kind to the world, being kind to others, showing kindness in your everyday life, because when you give, you receive. Okay, there is something about the Four of Cups here. So the Four of Cups, this is, you know, using your discernment, you know, on who to give to. We have to use that discernment, and we have to use our intuition. Who are we giving to? Are we pouring into that big cup that sometimes we don't see because we don't listen to our discernment? Or are you looking at empty cups that don't have anything in there for you? So we have to be very discerning with who we give to, who we are kind to, who we allow into our energy, right? So when we start putting up those beautiful, healthy boundaries and we start defending our energy, things start to change, right? You get what you put out. But here's the thing, you're no longer just accepting anything that comes your way, because not everybody's energy is an energetic match to you. How else can we overcome? Five of Materials. Okay, so this is Five of Pentacles. I want to say it's like let go of that lack mindset. The door is always open for you to go inside. You are not out in the cold. Sometimes we have to we have to ask for a helping hand. You know, sometimes we have to ask for help. And that's how, you know, you can overcome certain obstacles. We ask for help, right? Anything else? Yeah. So you have the Death card. You have This is Endings. And yes, honey, that is about completing a cycle. Okay, we don't leave things just blowing willy-nilly out there. You know, there comes a time where we have to complete something and we have to fully release it. Yeah, the dog's about to bark. Thank you. But it's time for you to release, right? I love this. It was popping right out of the top. So this is, you know, your King of Cups energy. This is somebody who comes to life balanced between their mind and their heart. We have to do that. We have to learn to come to balanced decisions. Yes, we listen to our heart, but we also have to be, you know, mindful of who and what we're giving our energy to, right? All right, so what is the next step on your journey? Let's find out. What's the next step on your journey? After we close out these beautiful cycles, Ten of Pentacles wanted to come out. I love that. Okay, so you're making the decision to heal. You're making the decision to heal. You're choosing that path. You're going to pour into yourself. You know, some things you're going to put to rest. Other things you're going to heal. You know, so you're making that decision right now. This is your next step. Choose healing. Pour into yourself. You know, this is what ultimately leads you to that happiness, right? Honey, take charge. Look at this. The Emperor and Four of Wands. You are choosing to take action on your own happiness. You are choosing to take action on your own things to celebrate. I think you're also choosing to celebrate every day. I think you're choosing to see things to celebrate. You're choosing your own security and stability. You're stepping into action, and that is freaking beautiful, by the way. So you have on the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Pentacles. You choosing to celebrate, you choosing to take action on your own happiness, right, leads you to a lot of stability, a lot of security. You are learning how to nurture yourself. You're learning how to ground. You're learning how to ground your energy, which is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Let's see, how do they want to close it? Let me look. Okay, so let's do, I'm going to give you a couple mantras, okay? This is beautiful. Choose healing. Choose your own happiness. It's literally in your hands. Okay, so let's get you a couple mantras. I don't work for money. Money works for me. Honey, it's true, okay? You are a magnet. You're an energetic match to whatever it is that you want. If you want money, honey, ask for it. Money, honey. It's getting late. Because honestly, I deserve good things. You do. 100%. I deserve good things, right? And the universe, God, the angel, source, oneness of all, spirit, they want to help you with that. They see the work that you're putting in. You're an energetic match to the things that you actually want. You know, you deserve good things because you've been doing this work. You've been on this path and you're taking charge. The more wealth in my hands, the more good circulates in the universe. And that's exactly it. With that divine generosity, hold on now. Let me find her. That divine generosity, the divine isn't going to give it to empty cups. You know, the divine's going to give it to somebody who is going to do something with it. The divine's not going to give you, you know, wealth, but they will give you wealth because they know that you will do so much good. You know, these blessings, you know, that are coming towards you, right? These blessings are coming because when you've done a lot of work too, you're going to do something amazing with it. I am in alignment with the frequency of luxury, and you are. Your vibration has changed, okay? You worked on your strength. You worked on taming the beast within. You worked on seeing things from a new perspective. And now it looks like you're coming into the right alignment, the right frequency to call in this beautiful luxury, money, wealth, health, abundance, happiness, whatever it is that you're asking for. So keep doing that. Keep moving forward, okay? I love you guys. And if you guys are ever interested in any of your own personal... Oh, why is this card moving? Okay, this card was moving everywhere. It is a privilege to be in my presence. 100%. You have learned not everybody deserves your energy, okay? You have learned to put up those beautiful boundaries. These are the endings that we are talking about. When people, places, and things are not an energetic match for where we are, that's because that they have chosen not to grow, where you have chosen to grow. It's time for you to realize your worth. You know, it is an absolute privilege to be in your presence. Okay? Anywho, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. And if you guys ever would like a personal reading, healing session, vibrational coaching. Maybe we're down and we need a little help getting ourselves back up. Whatever it is that you're looking for, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to help you. I would love to connect. You can either purchase something through my Hipsy, or just email me and let's get you, we'll fit you to the right thing, right? Again, thank you guys so much for being here. I absolutely love and appreciate each and every one of you. I wish you so much love, light, truth, and clarity on your path, and I will see you soon.